So you have the option to sit on your chair for your glute stretch, but I'm going to show you the other stretch. So we will get started now. All right. So the way it works is kind of like when we do our single leg glute work, yeah? Except you're using this for a stretch. So you can hold on with both hands on the back of your chair, and if you cross one leg over, you can just find that point where you can really sink into one glute more than the other. Okay. Try not to be rounded through your back. Try to have more of a flat back so that that tailbone kind of presses out a bit. And I'm pulsing into mine. I don't mind doing that. And then it's too hard to stand there for too long for a lot of people. So if you do struggle with that, then just keep swapping the sides. Do what you can, and then go from there. If you can hold it, that's fine too. So as always, you want to hold your stretch for a minute. All right, so who have we got here? There. Okay, beautiful. So for those that just joined, all you need is a chair and a loose band. I'm giving a different way to do your glute stretch today, but please feel free to sit on the chair and do the traditional glute stretch, or give this one a go. So holding onto the back of the chair, you're going to cross one leg over and sink into your glute stretch. Okay, it's great because you can get like a really deep connection the further down that you go. All right, so we'll just give this about another minute. Take your time and just breathe as always through it. And like I said, more of that sort of flat back. Good. Just a little longer. All right, and let's stand up and do our thigh stretch now. All right, so just the one leg behind, and use your chair for balance. Why not? Okay, stand tall. All right, once you're in that position, squeeze that glute similar to the hip flexor stretch, but then that nice little pull back for me. Stand tall. Just take a moment to breathe and enjoy the stretch. Can you give it a little extra? Great day to be indoors, that's for sure. Let's swap legs and do your Pilates. Good. And after we do this thigh stretch, we are going to do some single leg glute work. Now you're going to keep holding your stretch, guys, but for those that don't want to do single leg glute work, you can simply do your squats. Okay. And one of the things that someone brought up to me, says, Studio, one client was saying, oh, I don't want to squat too low because my knees will go over my toes. That's okay. Okay. So when you want to be able to squat down to the ground, so in some people's thought process or trainers, there is divided opinion about it. But for the most part, you want to be able to get down to the floor. Those knees are well over those toes there, and you want to be able to get back up. So if you're choosing that squat option, don't be afraid of that. Just put a lot of weight into your heels. Be guided by your knee pain, okay? If there's knee pain, you don't want to go squat too deep, okay? Ready for singles? Hold on to the side of your chair, side on, and then go back to your cross-leg position. If you're good at your balance, you don't have to hold on, okay? But let's hold on for the first one or two. All right, put more of your body weight behind you then forward. Almost feel like you're sitting into that chair, like you're going to sit back into a chair as you go back and forth. For those that can balance, grip with your big toe and your heel and come up and down. Good. I was watching a workshop early this morning, as you do on a Saturday morning, and it was on knee replacements. And they did talk a little bit about hip replacements as well. And I really felt like, oh gosh, if you don't have to go through one of these, you really don't want to have to. So you being here today is going to go a long way to preventing that. It isn't always preventable. Let's swap sides. But where you can, you definitely want to avoid. So this sort of stuff is keeping your joint health so healthy, let alone building up your muscle strength, yeah? Knee replacements can take 6 months to recover. You don't always get your full range of motion back. Yeah, and you know, they were talking about, like, one guy goes, oh, I have to use like a stool now when I'm out in my garden. You know, he just doesn't have that knee flexion to be able to do what he wants. Good. Nice balancing out there. All right, a couple more. One of my favorites. I love this. Great work. Take a moment, have a little rest, and we're going to go again. I should have said there is an alternative to the single leg, and that's just to have a very light toe on the floor and sit. So you can take one load into that leg and not have to cross it over. All right, are you ready? Round 2? Let's go. Which one did I start off with? All right, I think I finished with that one. Anyway, we're moving. Let's go. 10 repetitions. If you like a challenge, pulse a couple times. And again, if you get knee pain, don't do this. Look, a bit harder with a pulse to balance. Good. Just a few more. Last 3. Good. And last one here. Oh, feeling that glute. Take a moment. Find your position. Let's go. You really have to focus with this one. Balance. Good. Let's go 2 more. And last one. Good work. Okay, let's do our side stretch standing today. We've been doing this all week. The right leg crossed over the left leg. Okay, get your feet quite grounded here. And then feel lifted through the spine as you stretch your right arm up. And as you take it across, let the right hip go to the right. And actually with this hand, let's have some emphasis on what's happening here. You want to actually feel like you're reaching towards the floor more with this hand as well. Good. Take a moment to rest, but we're not going to swap sides. And then we're going to go again. Stretch up, reach up first, and then take it across. Reaching your fingertips to the floor down below. Just give that little bit extra. Good. And bring it down. Swap your feet over. Square up your hips a bit there, yeah? All right, let's go. Up, over, reach. Have your arm in line with the ear. Press that hip out and bring it in. And then again, reach up and across. Good. And then come back. Let's, I didn't have this planned, but let's bring our fingers laced together. Okay. And take them above your head. So grow tall. A little back extension through the top there, yeah? Okay. Good. And I want you to try not to move the hips and the pelvis as we take it to the side. Now, we're going to turn to look towards the floor, and those ribs will naturally rotate. And then we're going to keep that rotation as we swap sides, but try not to move the hips. Bring it across, bring yourself back up. Take a moment, breathe in, grow tall again. Opposite side. Take it side, rotate, look down to that foot, twist, bring it back up and up. Now we'll do one more each side, and you can let your hips go as big as you want. So if you watch me for a moment, so as I go back, I can really let those hips roll, yeah? So you can make it as big or as little. One more to the side, rotate, stretch those arms away from the body, come back up, adjust your mats. We're taking it to the floor now already. What I must say, I'm going to show you the side stretch today. Not everyone may be able to do this. So we're actually going to get into a position where we're like this on the floor. But if you struggle with your knee on the floor, you can do it standing up. So I probably should have mentioned that. So if you stand up, it'll be like this, just side to side. Okay, so you could choose that option. I'm going to take it to the floor though and bring myself a little closer in. All right. So I'm going to take one leg out wide and come down. And as I'm here, I've got the heel on the floor, and I'm taking my body weight a little across, but also behind me. I'm sinking into this leg here and feeling the stretch there. And then I'm going to walk it over, and I'm going to change sides, pushing the glute to the wall behind me, flexing the foot up, and then again, walking it over, drop into it. Really great stretch under there. And again, we've got 3 more. So we're going to do a few. Breathe into it. Good. And again. Good. And last one here. Take it across. Breathe into it. And we're going to go into our hands and knees and do a little bit of cat and cow, thread the needle, a little retraction of our shoulders, okay? All right, so to bring yourself into the cat and cow position, take your hands onto the floor. Knees are right under the hips, not forward, not too far behind. Hands under your shoulders. Now, we're going to scoop in the belly, tuck the tailbone to curl underneath between our legs, and let the head fall down. I've got my toes gripping on the mat. That kind of helps me feel supported, but it doesn't matter with your feet so much. But what I do want you to do now in this position is to push the ground out from underneath you with your hands. Get that stretch through the top. Okay, now let's bring the head to look ahead and arch the back. Once you're in that position, open up your shoulders. So open up the chest, your clavicles, and then push the ground out from underneath you again as well. We're going to do one more in each phase. Now, those that have disc bulge, you want to return to neutral and just go back into the arch. If you don't have a disc bulge, join me now. Tuck the tailbone under, head down, press your hands into the floor. Just get that little millimeter or 2 of extra stretch. And then back to our arch. Open up the clavicles and press down. Good. Okay, so let's come into our salute. Bring your hand over your ear lightly, and you're going to press the other hand into the floor as you twist. So push down into that floor, just twist there, keep the bent elbow. Good. And then keep the bent elbow. We're going to start to push the hips back and reach the elbow underneath. Okay. And then come back to the start. Go again, push the hand into the floor, press the elbow back. Take a moment here. Now, if you want to, straighten your arm from here. Look at your hand, get that extra rotation. And now let's bring the back of the hand to slide on the floor as we sink our hips back and find the floor with the back of the shoulder and sink your body weight into that shoulder. So my left arm is going to the right, but I'm sinking my left hip to the left. Good. And let's swap sides. So opposite hand. All right. Don't forget the pressing of the hand into the floor as you twist. Now, for neck mobility, that's why I want your eyes looking at the elbow. Press your elbow back, but keep the elbow bent as we now come in. Sink the hips back. Reach the elbow, try and rotate through the ribs, and then recenter. We'll add the straight arm now. Let's go again. Rotate, extend, pause here. Don't go yet. Look at your hand, push it back more. And now the back of the hand sliding on the floor. Now it's really important to stick your bum right back so that you can find the floor with the back of your shoulder. Take a moment to open up through there. Good. And then come back in. Now, for those that go in the 4-point kneeling position, you can go there. For those that are getting a bit tired with their wrists, because I know that can happen, the alternative is for you to stay here, stretch your arms forward and retract through the shoulders. So that can take some pressure off your hips, off your wrists. For those that can, 4-point kneeling, similar concept. Your arms cannot bend, right? So I want you to feel like your sternum is sinking to the floor and then open up through the shoulders at the back. And then sink so that you feel like your shoulder blades are coming together, but then they're widening and opening as we come out of it. Sink and open. Good. Have your eyes now look a little more towards the end of your mat so that your head's not down. 2 more. Good. And last one here. Sink and then come back. All right, good. We're going to give those wrists a little rest. I'll get you lying your back. You can use your band for the hamstring stretch today. I'm actually going to use my hands just for something different because we're going to do the normal hamstring stretch and we're going to take it across the side. It's just a different way of doing it, but you can use your band as we always do. So without the band, grab behind my knees and then I'm going to pull up. And I like the feeling of the hands being pressed into with the thigh. So that's why I don't mind this one as well. And then we add the flexion of the toes down. Okay. But remember, you can always do the bent knee alternative. Notice I just softened my knee a little and then pulled it forward. And that really emphasizes the belly of the muscle. But you can still get that with a straight leg for those that can. You can keep it straight. All right. So just hold here. Breathe. The other thing too about if we do use our arm and we go across our body, you can get a nice little back stretch, a little extra back stretching in it. The band you still can. All right, just a little longer here. Push the tailbone down for a little extra stretch. And 5 more seconds, give it what you can, give it a good stretch. And we're not going to let go of the leg, but I've got my right leg up. So with my opposite hand, I'm going to keep that hand behind the knee. The other hand here is going to come to the floor, out to the side, because I'm going to use that to help me anchor as I pull the leg across. So if you think of a bent knee back stretch, that you're doing it with a straight leg, and it's not so much about the back, it's more your leg. Flex the toes. Oh, there it is. And let's turn our head in the opposite direction to get that mobility through the head again. Have your eyes look towards the floor as much as you can while you do. Don't underestimate the power of the eyes and your peripheral vision working through that. Good. 5 more seconds here. Excellent. And bring it back in. Let's change over. Rub behind the thigh. Find your stretch, whether it bent or straight, and press the thigh into your hands gently. Push the tailbone down a little as well. Watch your shoulders aren't tense. They should be sort of down by your side, not up at your ears. And give it more. Try another centimeter. Good. And with the opposite hand, whether it be the band or not, take it across the body. Turn your head in the opposite direction. Flex the toes. Just breathe. Now have your eyes look more to the floor and as close in as you can towards your mat. A few seconds more. A little harder to hold with the hand, I know. Good. Let's come back in. All right, bend your knees. Hands by your side. Bring one leg up into tabletop and then the other. Knees together, feet together. Now let's take your arms out to a T and pull those shoulders into the mat. Scoop in your belly as you take your knees to the right. Then we're going to semicircle down, bringing the feet towards the floor and take it to the other side. Bring it up to the other side and back to the center. Go the opposite direction. So I don't want this to feel too hard. I want a little bit of sort of that back getting some movement and a gentle core connection as we go side to side. Use your hands to anchor yourself down. Scoot down. Back in. Good. And then the other way. All right. But now we are actually going to make it a little bit more about your core strength. And what I'd like for you to do is maybe extend your feet out just a little more. I don't want them straight and I don't want the right angle, that nice mid-range here for me. Find the transverse abdominis, tuck the ribs down here. Let's take it to the right. Take it quite far if you can. Now lower those feet down. Find the tummy. Find your obliques as we go to the other side. Bring it back in and bring it back up. Now if you find that too strong, drop to a right angle. Okay, let's go to the left now. Take it all the way to the left. Scoop in the belly, lower those feet down. Take it to the other side. And come back up. Good, we're going to go one more in each direction. Good, you guys are doing great. Last one here. Really grip with the abdominals on this one. Support your back. Come back in. Bring your feet back down one at a time. And let's do our spinal roll-ups. Okay, so take a moment to get the pelvic floor functioning. Lift through the pelvic floor and let's take it into our roll-ups. bringing yourself up. Breathe in at the top and breathe out as you come down. Just nice and simple today. Breathe in again, breathe out as you come up. And breathe out again as you come back down. Good, last one here. And we're going to go into some side lying hip work and inner thigh work. It's kind of why I got you to stretch those legs out so much, both at the start and the back. Okay, so I'll get you to actually come up propped up onto your side if you can. Now, Deb, I know you can't do your sideline stuff. So a nice alternative for you is to bring the band up here, lower your foot down, turn the foot out and do your glute work here if you prefer. I know sometimes you give it a go, so see what you think, right? But otherwise, Sue, did I see a jacket come on? I'm not working you hard enough. Yeah, I'm going to get it off. I'm going to get it off soon. Okay. All right. So sideline, top leg straight, elbow under. All right. Center yourself with the mat. The leg should be in the middle of the mat. Okay. So we're going to stretch the leg out to a little here. And then we're going to go a little more. And then we're going to go a little more. And then we're going to come down. Okay. So you're really going to feel some intensity through the hips there. Let's go again. Reach, reach, reach. But you don't reach so high that your hip collapses. Okay. Good. And again, up, 2, 3, and back down. Always about lengthening, growing that leg out of the hip. Now start to challenge yourself, but look at the hip. All right. Out, out, and back down. And again, up, 2, 3. A couple more of these. 2, 3. Last one here. Up, 2, 3. Bring it down. Now I'd like for you to bring the bottom leg straight and the top leg bent. Oh, I'm feeling that hip already. Now, as soon as you do that, the pelvis rolls back. So let's bring it forward. You can use your hand here at the front for support. All right, lift through the side here, just here. Don't sink. Once you're in that position, give me some single leg lifts underneath. Driving the move from the top of the inner thigh here in the groin area. Try not to collapse. Look at the hip. Has it rolled back? Good. Now for the more advanced, you can bring the leg up here and just go forward and back, keeping that inner thigh working the whole time. Good. Don't lose your shoulder connection. We're almost done. Good. Keep going. Don't collapse through the hip. If you collapse through the hip, it's going to be too easy. Okay. Good. Last one here. And then we're going to change sides. All right. Let's take it to the other side. All right. So bottom leg bent, top leg straight. Center your body. And let's go. Stretch out. 2, 3. Just start small. Don't go strong into it. Can get a little crampy with this one. But then build your height as you feel you can. Keep your ribs tucked in, knitted together. 3, 2, 3. Up. 2, 3. Check in on your shoulder. Feels good today, actually. I'm enjoying the reach. And just check that hip has not rolled back as well. A couple more. Up. 2, 3. Last one here. Up. 2, 3. Bring it back down. Swap your legs over. Bottom leg straight, top leg bent. Shoulders getting tired. All right, let's go up and down, up, little moves. You're trying not to actually use your whole leg to lift up. You're just trying to engage here, the top of the inner thigh. How's the bottom hip? Is it moving? Try not to. Easier said. I'm going to do a couple more. And then if you want to join me, we're going to do the hover. So you're going to hover here, forward and back, like a pendulum. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. Now we're going to finish off with this last one. Go back to the first side plank. Okay. Choose your version. I'll go through them all, and I've got my clock here. We're going to try to go for 30, 45 seconds, so I'll keep you informed of the time. All right, let's get this jacket off, Sue. All right, bent knees. All right, ribs lifted. We're going to lift up. You can take the top leg to stay on the floor, but feel lifted here. You take your arm up, okay? You can bring your leg up. All right, so don't collapse through there, hold there, or you can do double legs with both stacked. All right, I'm watching the clock. So about 10 seconds in. Knit those ribs together. So I know you like a rotation. If you want to, you can add your rotation. But if you do, don't drop your hips, okay? Keep going. All right, so we're coming up to 30 seconds now. Can you keep holding for 15 more? Yes, you can. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink down, change sides. Well done if you got to the 45. All right, I'll go through all the variations again. Ready? All right, bent knees, arm, leg, off, or doubles. Good. You could always do this on your hand too, okay? But there's a lot of pressure through the wrists. And what I would just encourage is just to hold yourself up there for longer if you want to do. All right, so we're about coming up to 25 seconds here. 30 seconds now. 35. 10 more seconds to go. Keep doing this. And then we're going to take ourselves to the floor. We're going to lie on the back. All right. Good. And now rest. Well done. Lying on your back. We do. Oh, actually, before we do, let's sit up. All right. Okay. Sit up onto your sit bones here. Tilt at your hips back if you can. If you can't, you can do it in a straight back. All right. So bring ourselves here. Bring your arms forward. Okay. Connect through your ribs. Connect through the lower abdominals. And we're going to take one arm to sweep out to the side. Have your eyes look towards the hand and then come back in. Oh, is that your jacket off? Yes. All right, cool. And let's go to the other side. Yay. And back in. I'm not very nice, am I? Take it across. Now, Amanda did this beautiful variation the other day that I liked. And what it is taking one arm behind. I thought, that's a really good one. And that's going to challenge you right deep under the ribs. Have your eyes look ahead. And if you're super advanced, you take your heels off. That's tough. Watch your back. All right, one more, whichever one you want to do. Good. Oh, they're tough. All right, let's bring ourselves to the floor. Roll down. Well done. All right, let's bring your legs one at a time into tabletop. Now, for those that can add a chest lift, you're going to put your hands behind the head. We're going to knit those ribs together as we come up. You always want the tip of your shoulder blade just on the mat. And let's go into our bicycles. Now, remember, the longer, the lower you go, the harder. Good. Maintain that neutral pelvis. If you're adding the chest lift, wide elbows, let's reverse. Reverse the coordination. Oh, I think I'm going to be sore from these. Give me 3, 2, and 1. Hug your knees, have a little rest. All right, we're going to do some crisscross. Okay, so with the crisscross, hands by your side for those that are on the floor. You can add the chest lift as well. Okay, so lifting up the chest. All right, now can you straighten your legs? If you need them a little bent, you can do them bent. Crisscross the legs. Okay, just start to get a feel. Now start to lower them down. Find that sweet spot and then bring it back up. We're going to do 5. Don't hold your breath. Breathe in and breathe out. Good. Add a staccato breath. Helps with the intra-abdominal pressure. Now, you shouldn't be pushing your tummy out. Okay, look at your tummy. Is it poking out? If it is, this move's too strong. Go with bent knees. Last one here. Good. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring it back in. Whoo, that was burning. All right. Back to our bicycles. All right. I'm going to keep the chest lift. I really feel like I don't want to, but I will. We're almost done. Come on up. All right, let's go. 10 bicycles in one direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Reverse. 10, 9. Don't drop your chest lift. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Wowza, this is hard work. All right, the last of our crisscross. In all seriousness, if you are getting tired, you do bent knee crisscrosses and you don't take it too low. All right, I'm adding a curl up, straight leg. 5 rounds, we can do it. Let's go. Sorry for the heavy breathing, guys. Not very nice to hear on the mic. 1, 2, 3, 2 more. Last one. Nice work. Oh, wowza. Let's finish off with the back stretch. Take the left leg out straight. Grab your right knee. Don't shift your hips as you take that knee to the left, to the floor. Use the left hand to press the knee down as you take your right arm over. So it's really important to try to get that knee on the floor. Take a moment. Look toward your hand and breathe. When I was writing out my program, I'm like, oh, there's lots of tummy in this one. All right, let's recenter. Right foot out. Grab your left knee. Take it all the way to the floor. Push down with that right hand. And now look over to the left. I think we might have time. Because I was trying to get in another side plank. I reckon we might have time. All right, let's bring it back in. Come back in. If that's enough for you, you can go, but challenge yourself. 1 minute side plank to finish off. I'm not going to go through the variations. You know them now. Let's come on up and go. Bring yourself up. Good. For the more advanced, you can always add the leg up here too as well, or you could move it up and down. I'm just going to hold it. Getting a bit tired now. 10 seconds down. Come on, guys. Good. 20 seconds down. Keep those ribs together. Use your glutes. Use your hip muscles here. Good. 30 seconds down. Halfway. 40 seconds down. You've got this. Side plank, great for back pain. All right, we're nearly 50 seconds down. Check that shoulder in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Sink it down. Quick changeover. I don't want to hold you up. I've got to let you go. Plus, I've got another class soon. All right. Are we ready? And let's lift. Looking at that clock. Well done, guys. Thanks for hanging around. Breathe. So I hope you all enjoy your day today. Great day, maybe stay inside. 20 seconds down. Almost halfway. 30 seconds down. Oh, well, the gardens will be happy today. 40 seconds down. Check your shoulder. All right, 50 seconds down. 10 more seconds. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring yourself down. Well done. You could do a little of this side to side after that to loosen up your back. But well done. Thanks for hanging around. I'll see you next time. Stay warm.